Good morning, guys. I'm working from home today. I am having a little kind of midday break. I actually started working 6:30 this morning, so I'm basically through 2/3 of my workday, which is kind of nice. But right now I'm having a little coffee break, taking a little time off. I want to rant a little bit. I'm going to rant a little bit. Here's the thing. Yesterday I just ran by the grocery store and I got some things, and one of the things I got was some raspberry quark. And yeah, I'm not supposed to have that much milk products but dairies, but this is like a lactose-free quark, and I thought, well, it can be nice as just change. On the package it says no added sugar. Now, I usually don't go for the no added sugar products because I don't mind a little bit of sugar. I just don't want a lot of sugar. But this was the quark that was there, and I thought, okay, I buy it. But apparently, no added sugar doesn't mean no added artificial sugar. And this is my rant, because I get annoyed with this. Sure, I should probably have read the ingredients list first, but here's the thing. I don't eat artificial sugars. I don't believe in artificial sugars. There are so many research that shows that artificial sugars aren't good for you. And sugar isn't good for you, but in moderation you can eat it. But artificial sugar are artificial. It's not meant to be in your body. Anything that is artificial isn't meant to be in your body. And they have shown very much like aspartame, which is one of the ordinary kind of artificial sugars, have been very connected to like prostate cancer and stuff like that. So it's not good for you. People with ADHD should not ever have aspartame because that will actually increase their problems. So yeah, I'm really on the fence when it comes to artificial sugar. I do understand that it can have its uses, like getting to have a little bit of sweet thing if you're a diabetic, because it doesn't need the insulin to be broken down, so it doesn't hurt that much. So yeah, I do understand that, but I, as a non-diabetic, should not have artificial sugars. And on top of that, my body don't really like it. I get speeded and I feel bad when I eat it. I'm eating the quark anyway because I bought the quark and I don't throw away food. But I got really angry when I discovered that it was filled with artificial sugar because it said no added sugar. Artificial sugar is sugar. It's just artificial one. It's sweeteners, but it's artificial sugar. So yeah, a little bit angry. But I know not to buy that product anymore, and to look into things better when I buy things. But yeah, that's how it is. So, but I'm gonna continue working, do my job, and I really like that I started really early, because that means that when my day is over, I still have the whole afternoon to colour. Because I showed you yesterday the image that I coloured up with this Aquaems image, and I kind of, when I woke up this morning, or actually when I went to bed last night, I kind of felt that there were things a little bit off. One of the things I didn't really like background. I have some ideas on how I'm gonna do the background, so we'll see if that will work. But I am gonna redo it with a whole other color scheme and then do another background, and I'm gonna have so much fun, because right now that is what I need. I need creative fun, and that is what I'm doing. So yeah, but first I'm gonna work some more. So good morning, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. So my work day is over, and I even had some time to create so far. It's awesome. Yesterday I showed you the colored up line art, and when I woke up this morning I felt that it wasn't how I wanted it to look. I don't know if you reflected over it, but I did. The wings had a blue that kind of mismatched with a lot of the other colors on the creation, and I don't know, I just felt I just couldn't. No. So I haven't shared that one. But when my workday was over, which was pretty early because I went up pretty early and started working pretty early, and I didn't really take a break for lunch. I just had my lunch by the computer doing my job, so the day kind of ran out pretty quickly, and then I sat down to colour. You want to see? Look. Here's the new image. I like it much better. I don't know if you do, but I like it much better. See if I can find the old image. It's just over here, so you see that is the old one, and you see it, the background. So the background isn't that good, and the wings doesn't match. So I redid it. So I colored her in Copics with all of that, and then I colored the background in Distress Inks and used a stencil for these parts. So yeah, I really like that image. Yeah. So that is what I've been doing. Christopher should be home in not so much time, and depending on how I feel, we actually might go shopping because we really need to go buy food. I picked up some food, but we don't really have any kind of essentials. We don't have vegetables, we don't have anything like that, so we really need to go in and get that. So hopefully I will feel okay. Even though I'm very happy and I'm in a good mood and I try to show that on the camera, it's not that much difference from yesterday or the day before. It's a lot of pain, it's a lot of tired, and that is also why I'm working from home, because then I don't have to walk on my painful legs and stuff like that. Instead I can just sit here and do my job and actually be able to do my job instead of lying home sick. So, but it's a good day. It's a good day. Well guys, it is time for bed. We didn't end up going to the store. There is some problem with the trains, and yesterday when I went home, the train was cancelled. All the trains were cancelled, but not towards where I'm going, but towards the other way. Kind of central Stockholm is like the central station, and north of the central station where I live, the train was still running. Today when Christopher were going home, the trains had stocked up so much that there were basically a train in each station, and they couldn't go anywhere, and everything just was standstill. So he had to find a bus and take like a 20-25 minute walk or something like that. So when he got home he was pretty tired, so I cooked us up some bolognese with some rice, and then we just had resting, which is, yeah, just resting. It's been quite nice. I have been looking into things. I got with all of this creating that I've been doing for the past week, I was able to do all my videos on, I think it was on Sunday, so that I just need to edit and and post them. So I have actually edited and exported the video for tomorrow already, so that is done. I just need to post it, and I'm gonna do that tomorrow. But with having all the video done, I have been able to just do art, just create because it's fun, kind of experiment with things, and it makes me even more creative. I get like inspired by it, and I get inspired in other parts of my life too. So I've been sitting and looking a little bit into iOS development again. As a developer, we do have a little kind of thing. I know that I have, and I know that many of my colleagues have, and that is code first, think second, which is very, very stupid, because you should always think a lot and then you just have to code once. So you shouldn't just sit down and code. You should always kind of find out all the parameters you need to know before you do anything. But well, a couple weeks ago, I talked about it here. I talked about that I wanted to do a couple of applications for iOS devices. Probably won't be doing for Androids, just iOS's. And the reason why I want to go for iOS is because I do have the iOS mobile phones to play with. I don't have any Android phones to do that with, and I would need to kind of invest in Android phones and stuff to test things on. I already have the iOS ones, so it makes things easier. But I started out trying to learn how to code for iOS, and just like jumping in, trying to figure out how to the development things works and stuff, instead of actually doing what I should have done, which I actually done today, and that is actually reading about how to design for the iOS. Because working with backend, you code design, but you don't graphically design, which means that you think a lot about data structures and stuff like that. You might have understand, I'm very interested in design, but I am a coder. That is my profession. But when you work with iOS design, you have to think about both, but mostly you have to think about like user interaction and graphics and stuff like that. And I think I need to tackle this from that direction, to actually think about how would I want the application to look, what kind of flow do I want in the application, and kind of build that up. And to be able to do that, you have to have a way to look and see how like Apple wants you to develop and create, and also how others do it, because you should never invent the wheel. You could always tweak things to look the way you want them to look, and you kind of take, I like this from this application, but I don't like this, so I'm going to change that part and stuff like that. You don't want to copy someone else's application. You want to have a new use for your application. But still, yeah, there's a lot of things to think about. So I've been reading up on the kind of the requirements from Apple about things like that, and it's very, very interesting, but it's also kind of tiring. I'm kind of tired now, so I'm gonna head to bed. But good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Bye.